Here's the tutorial for how I made this Galentines gift box card. I've also made a Valentine's card tutorial, so feel free to mix and match whichever features. As always, I combined ideas from Pinterest, so I'll include those creators in the caption as well as all the materials you need to make this card. Firstly, let's cut out a 30cm square on pink card and rule up 9 squares that are 10cm by 10cm. We're going to cut out 3 of the corner squares, and then on the 4th, we're only going to cut one side. Then we're going to create creases along each line. Now let's get started on our first wall. We're going to take this 8cm wide square and fold the outer corners to meet in the middle, and then fold the bottom and use some double-sided sticky tape to keep it in place. Then cut the corner so that it matches with the sides. Now let's tie a bow around it using some thin red ribbon and glue this mini envelope to the pink square. Next, glue this white card onto the pink card, write a cute message and glue it down onto the envelope. Next, create a heart around 1.5 to 2 centimeters tall. We're going to then fold some red card and place it inside the folded heart and cut around it. It will give us a heart the same size as our cutout. Then we're going to do the same process with some folded pink card to give us a total of 2 red hearts and 2 pink hearts. Now glue the right undersides of the folded hearts and stick them to the envelope like so. Next, we're going to make our flower bouquet wall. Firstly, we're going to glue down an 8cm red square and then place a 7cm pink square on top. Using the same process as earlier, we're going to cut out 15 pink hearts and 10 red hearts like you see here. Now we're going to take 5 hearts of the same color and glue down one side of one folded heart to one side of another folded heart. Continue this process until you have 5 flowers in total. Next, we're going to take these thin green rectangles, glue them to the back of the flowers and close the flowers. It should look like this. Now style the flowers how you want them and tape the stems together and place it aside. Next, take a 14cm square of tissue paper, fold it in half and then half again. Place the flowers inside, fold the sides over like this, then grab some red ribbon, tape it to the back of the bouquet and tie a bow at the front. Finally, take the back of the bouquet to the pink card. Now let's create our standing corner by gluing or taping the corner piece to the back of the mini envelope wall as you can see here. Next, we're going to create our centerpiece. First, cut out a heart that is around 7.5 centimeters. Then draw a red rectangle that is 26 centimeters by 3 centimeters and create a line at the 11.5 centimeter mark and 23 centimeter mark. From the 11.5 centimeter mark, create small tabs and towards the outer ends, create bigger tabs, not going past the 23 centimeter mark. Next, create creases along the 11.5 centimeter mark and along all the tabs. Using double-sided sticky tape, we're going to line this crease to the fold of the top of the heart and carefully stick the tabs to the underside of the heart. Then create a crease along the excess of the bottom and stick it to the other side like so. To enforce it even further, you can also stick down some strips along the tabs, particularly around the top fold of the heart. Lastly, stick it down in the center of the card. Now for wall 3. We're going to take this red square card and mark 6 centimeters from both sides of the corner and draw a line between the 2 marks. We're then going to repeat this process with the opposite corner. Once that's done, create creases along the lines. Next, fold the bottom corner up and stick it to the sides using double-sided sticky tape. Cut the corner to match where it lines up with the sides. Next, fold the top corner down and create a crease. Then using a hole punch, create a hole close to the tip of the corner. Pencil within the hole and using the hole punch again, create a hole in that bottom layer. Now place some thin white ribbon through the holes and tie it down with a bow. Lastly, stick it down to the box. Next, we have our Polaroid wall. We're going to take this white rectangle and draw lines at 5.5 centimeter intervals and create creases along each line, alternating in direction. Lastly, glue down photos of you and whoever you're gifting this to, whether it's your friend, mum, or grandma. I recommend sizing or cutting the photos to 5.5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. We're then going to wrap some red ribbon around the Polaroid stack and stick it down to the wall. Now that the inside is done, we can move on to our lid and bow. So we're going to cut out a 16.5 centimeter pink square and create a 3 centimeter margin along each side. We're then going to cut every second line in each corner of the square. After that, create creases along each line. Next, using glue or double-sided sticky tape, stick the underside of the outer corner piece to the inner middle pieces. Do this along all 4 corners and you have your lid. Now that we have our lid, we can decorate it by taking 2 pieces of 10.5 centimeter times 2 centimeter red card and gluing them down on top of the lid in a cross pattern. And then taking 4 3 centimeter by 2 centimeter pieces of red card and gluing them to the sides where the top red card finishes. Now onto our bow. So we're going to take a 10 centimeter red square and draw 2 diagonal lines from each corner. Then we're going to cut along each of those lines up until 1 centimeter from the center. Next, draw a curved line down 2 opposite sides and cut along it. It should look like this. We're now going to glue these corners and stick them down into the center. This is what creates our bow shape. You can also add a little tape to the center to secure it better like I did here. We're then going to draw 2 lines about 1 centimeter apart and cut along them like so. We're then going to draw an upside down V 1 centimeter from the edges and cut along it. Next, I turned it around and folded these bottom bits up, and where the crease is, we're going to place some glue and stick it down. We're then going to take these pieces and fold them back down again like this. Lastly, we're going to spin it back around and take the top center piece and wrap it around and stick it to the back of the bow and cut off any excess paper. Now all that's left is to stick it down to the center of the lid. For our final step, we're going to add some chocolates into our centerpiece heart. I found these little heart chocolates from Target, but you can use any wrapped chocolate. And we're done. We now have the the sweetest Galentine's gift box card to give to your friend or mom this Valentine's Day. Let me know if you make it, I'd love to see it, and be sure to check out my Valentine's card tutorial also. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.